Hi everyone, I'm Rincey and this is Rincey Reads. Today I will be doing a quick book haul for you. This past weekend was Memorial Day weekend here in the US, so that means that there were a lot of sales going on in stores, and of course that included bookstores as well. So I couldn't resist doing a little shopping over the weekend. Now I probably shouldn't have bought these books since I do already have a pretty large to be read pile going on in my room here. For those of you guys who watched my bookshelf tour, you saw my box of books, and those are all books that need to be read, and it's only been a couple weeks since I made that video, so I only have read a handful of books out of that box, and now I'm adding more books to be added into the box, but that's okay. The books that you'll be seeing here were all purchased at Half Price Books. They had a sale over the weekend where it's 20% off your entire purchase, which was great because they already have pretty low prices on their used books. Also, I had a couple of books that I wanted to sell back, so that knocked down the price even more. And I kind of used that as my excuse to go there in the first place, but in my head I knew I was going to end up buying books anyways. The first two books I'm going to show you are from the same author, Kathy Reichs. It's two books in her Bones series, as I call it. It's called, the first one is Bare Bones and the second one is Monday Morning. Again, for those of you who have seen my bookshelf tour, you've seen that I do already own the first couple books in the series, and so I've been slowly collecting the rest of these as I see them on sale. For those of you who have seen the TV show Bones, that TV show is loosely based on these books, but if you haven't read these books, just to warn you, if you really like that show and that's why you're reading these books, you might not like these books as much. The only thing that the books and the TV show have in common are that the main character's name is Temperance Brennan and she's a forensic anthropologist. That's literally the only thing that's the same. If you're going into this wanting to see the squints or wanting to see like the relationship between Brennan and Booth that happens on the TV show, that doesn't really happen in this book. There is a love interest in these, but I mean it's not the same whatsoever. Brennan has a completely different personality, things like that. But that's not to say that these are bad books. I really like them, obviously, as I'm continuing the series. These are really good thrillers if you're into that. Some mystery writers have a tendency to get kind of repetitive with their work, but these seem, at least the ones I've read so far, I've really enjoyed, and the murders aren't necessarily predictable or anything like that. So I really enjoy reading these, especially if I'm going through a sort of a reading slump. If I haven't liked a couple of the books that I've read, I'll pick up one of these because they're kind of reliable. The next book in my book haul is The Girl Who Fell from the Sky by Heidi W. Duro. This is a book that I've heard a little bit about, and I've heard really good things about it, and the back is covered with, you know, glowing reviews, as the best books usually are. I wasn't going into the store planning on buying this book, but I saw it on the shelves and I picked it up and it sounds really interesting, so this sounds like one that I would probably do a book review for in the future as soon as I read it. Hopefully it'll be soon, so you guys can look forward to that if I get around to it in the near future. The last two books in my book haul are from the same author, P.G. Wodehouse. I think that's how you say his name, or her name, I'm not sure. The two books are Carry On Jeeves and Ring for Jeeves. I've heard a lot of really good things about this author. I heard the books are really funny, so I've been wanting to check out this series for a while, and then I saw these at the bookstore, and these covers are really cool. I really like the design of them, and the colors obviously jump out quite a bit. So I picked them up and I figured I would give these two books a try, and if I like these then I'll continue on with the Jeeves series. That's all of my books from my book haul. Obviously it wasn't too many. I was able to control myself somewhat. I have at least one book review to record this week, and possibly two depending on how far I get in the book I'm currently reading. If I can get those recorded, I'll have those up for you next week. And then next weekend, not this coming weekend, but next weekend, is Lit Fest in Chicago, and so I'm going to be going to that and hopefully seeing John Green, which would be great. Hopefully I can get there early enough to get a seat, and then if I can bring if not this camera, then one of my other cameras, I'm gonna take plenty of pictures and video, and you guys can look forward to that in the near future. If you guys have read any of the books that you saw in my book haul today, please let me know what you thought of them, or if there's a specific book that you really want to hear about, maybe I'll push that one up a little bit on my book reading queue. As usual, I'll leave links to my Goodreads, Tumblr, and Twitter below. And that's all I have for today, so thanks for watching! which is great because their prices are Bloopers. If you guys have read, Shippa. The first two books, the first two books I'm going to, according to this, it won the Bellwether Prize for Fiction. I don't know what that means, but oh wow, I almost dropped my book. So many bloopers.